There are some basic steps that are relatively easy for anyone to take to increase their vibrational energy, to remove earth amnesia and get back to remembering the things that they knew that they were born. And anyone that takes the steps can find that there's more joy and more love in their lives. It's a matter of focusing on the steps and aligning with them and, suspending doubt. It's a human experience to doubt things if they have not yet been proven to you individually. So suspend doubt in the beginning as you go through the processes so that you can allow the successes to validate the great benefit that there is in continuing. So let me go through a couple of those. First, it's to understand that there's a pretty easy formula about how we manifest our reality. And that formula looks something like this. Our thoughts plus our feelings plus our beliefs. Those together plus any subsequent actions that we take based on what we think and feel and believe. After the equal sign is reality. So the first step is to begin to notice what you're thinking. I mentioned a lot about judgment. I mentioned a lot about having love without condition. So paying attention to what you're thinking means to focus on listening to the voice in your own head and seeing how your thoughts are consistent with what's going on outside of you, but how a shift in thoughts might create a different external environment for you. Feelings. Feelings, whether they're high or low, you're radiating an energy through your feelings. One of the reasons why it's such a positive experience to see that movie where in the end it all comes together and you get the chills all over and you just feel love. The reason that we enjoy that kind of book or movie or whatever it is, music even, we enjoy it because it helps us to attune to that loving space within us, the one that might have gotten hidden. And you can intentionally take some steps to increase the feeling that you're vibrating at by choice. Now, I always say it's not that easy maybe to get from 0 to 100 in a nanosecond, but you can certainly get from 0 to 10 in a minute. So if you want to get from 1 to 10, it's about focusing on something that's slightly better, slightly more able to be appreciated than the thing that you're focusing on in the moment. So for example, if you're standing in front of a mirror and you are looking at 15 pounds on your body that you're unhappy with, you can feel yourself sink and you can feel like you're not enough and I'm going to be happy when I lose these 15 pounds, therefore I am not happy now. But you can do something different. You can either put on your favorite blazer that makes you look what you perceive as being thinner. You can appreciate maybe the way you're having a really great hair day. You can go to the nail salon in Manhattan and get something really nice done on your nails. You can find something to appreciate about yourself and take the focus off of what you're perceiving as being a limit. So the idea is to intentionally increase the focus of whatever you're looking at, and that's how you change what you're feeling and the feelings you're putting out into the universe. Our belief system, on the other hand, that takes a little bit more journeying than just changing what we're focusing on. And our belief system, this is where we use the tools of like discovering what influences have created our identity. Thinking about how anything from the media to our religion to our friends to our grandparents to our neighborhood have contorted our natural ability to attune to our soul or to abundance or to prosperity or freedom of any kind. So changing your beliefs, it takes a little bit more effort by looking back to find out where you might have gone askew of the natural soulful ability to align with all forms of prosperity. Subsequent actions just means that once you know you're thinking and feeling and believing in alignment with what it is you really want in your journey, you can't sit there behind your desk and wish for it. You've got to take action. Those actions might feel a little bit forced in the beginning, where you know exactly the right step to get to where you want to be. But over time, as you understand the nature of your partnership with the universe, those steps become inspired steps. That means that you know the difference between something that's simply tedious and unnecessary and something that's coming from a place inside of you that feels really great. It's that quality of love inside of you, that passion that's directing you to take an action that will get you closer to the intended goal. So that's the first step, is to understand that formula. Yes, it's a big step, but it helps. It helps to have some kind of construct in which you can see your own development. But the other really important partner to have in this journey is to understand and develop intuition. Intuition is something that's there for us. It's free. It's limitless. It can come in so many different forms. It can come as inspiration. It can come as true messages of seeing, feeling, hearing, and sensing the way that I do. But there's so many other ways to be intuitive. You know, for a lot of people, it is about listening to a gut instinct, you know, listening to a voice that's kind of repelling you, feeling an attraction toward a certain opportunity. When you listen to your intuition, you will cut your path down to a much shorter path than only listening to your mind. Your mind is a funny thing. It's a great backup resource for intuition. So feel free to use your experience, your education, your knowledge, your intellect, but use it as a backup to intuition. And when you do that, you'll start to see that life becomes far easier, far easier. And don't limit how you might perceive your own intuition, because it is limitless. And if you think you're not intuitive, then just try to recall one dream that you had that felt really profound, or gave you an answer or a solution, or felt like a visit where you were connecting soul to soul with someone that you knew and loved that had passed away. That's intuition. Intuition means getting rid of the notion that we are only physical, getting rid of the notion that we're only in this human mind, and living as a soul and experiencing things as a soul. This past Monday, I gave a seminar, and we were doing a process that I call intuitive brainstorming. It's a really great process for opening up possibilities in your life. The next morning, I got an email from one of the people that was in the audience, and she said, I got my answer. It was the subject line of an email, but it was a spam email. And so there you have it. We don't even need to judge the way that the universe gets a message to us. It's about suspending doubt and accepting the messages. And they can come in so many forms. For those who are really beginning their entrance into understanding intuition, the first thing that you want to do on a regular basis is to discover how you personally quiet your mind. Everyone can quiet their mind, even if they think that they can't. You know, there's a lot of organized opportunities out there, like meditation and yoga. I don't meditate. I don't practice yoga. So that means if I'm doing it, there's other ways there. The reason that I had my first entrance into such a profound intuitive opportunity during 9/11 was because I had just gone for a run. And the run allowed me to quiet my mind so that I was open. I wasn't in my thinking self. I wasn't worrying or planning or analyzing. At the moment, I had absolutely no idea that running was good to quiet the mind and that it provided spiritual opportunity for discovery. I just went for a run. But there's lots of ways that you can quiet your mind. You know, for some people, it's gardening. Some people it's a hobby. Some people it's running or exercising or dancing or singing or composing. It's just to recognize, how do you get yourself out of the way? How do you let something other than the intellect be accessible to you? And if you are beginning the process of quieting your mind every day on a regular basis, you're going to see a surge in your intuitive ability. And you're going to start to witness, I think it's like a secret life, but you're going to start to witness the secret life of those who know that there's more to life than just the physical being. And what you're doing as you're using this conduit of intuition is you're opening yourself to love. You're opening yourself to the source that you were born with. You're opening yourself up to the vibration that got hidden by the layers of the human journey. So that's the goal, understanding how you manifest your reality, plus allowing yourself to get closer and closer to aligning with the soulful energy that you were born with and everyone was born with, will begin the process of you having a happier life in just about any area that you intend to.
Wonderful. Yeah, wonderful. Well, I think we should all hear this.
That would be wonderful too.
Well, what a different world it would be, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would be.